So good morning.
Now.
Good morning, everybody. And today we are going to do the koshas. Let me just see that Melissa's coming on. There we go. All right. So koshas is a subject that I'm very well versed in, but I've never really taught the 5 separately. I've done, like, even the last workshop I did in KwaZulu-Natal, I did the koshas for them down there, but long ago, years ago, for Cheryl. But it's quite interesting to now actually break them down into 5 separate sheaths. So each day now we will do a separate kosha. Kosha basically means a sheath. So we, in our physical being, have got 5 sheaths. The first sheath is Annamaya Kosha, A-N-N-A Maya Kosha, M-A-Y-U. And that means your physical sheath or your food sheath. And then we've got Pranamaya Kosha, which we'll do tomorrow, which is your chakras, your nadis, your energy, the prana that you breathe in, your meridians. Then we've got Manamaya Kosha, which is your mental. Rigmaya Kosha, which is your emotional, but we'll go into it, it's much more than emotional. And then Anandamaya Kosha, which is your bliss body. So we'll do all 5 bodies or sheaths. So that it starts from the outer layer. So Annamaya Kosha is your outer layer, and then it moves inward, okay? It's not your aura moves outward, but the auric shields and the auric levels also can relate to the chakras and the sheaths. We won't be doing that, it gets very complicated, but what we will do is these sheaths. I've done a class or 2 at Fran where we've mentioned the sheaths, so some of you are familiar with them. The interesting thing is that today I'm doing Annamaya Kosha, which is your food sheath, your physical sheath, and this is the day that my mom passed and actually lost her physical sheath. Tomorrow I'm doing Pranamaya Kosha, which is your energy shield, which is your body that never dies. So I was just thinking about that today in the bath. I was thinking, wow, yesterday I didn't want to do a class, and how it just kind of worked out that it was so synchronistic. Your Annamaya Kosha is very important because without it, you don't have this human existence. It's got to do with your actual physical self, your bones, your tissues, your organs, your cells, your total physicality in its completeness. And it's also got to do with how much do we know our physical bodies? How much do we look after our physical bodies? And how much physical body awareness do we have? How many of us can say that we haven't ignored a pain? Myself included. You get a pain and you think, damn it, and you ignore it. And then you ignore it some more. And you ignore it until sometimes it becomes quite a big story. I know with my rotator cuff, it was a huge story because I ignored it. I was moving, I was packing, I was doing all sorts of things. This was in the States, and I've torn it. So how many of us can say that we do that? We kind of push ourselves through pain. And it's one of the things that yoga wants to teach us not to do, not to ignore the pain, but to actually look at the pain and see. And then there's 2 kinds of pain. We all know that there's the good type, when it's not really pain, but it's that good type where you know the muscles are working. You maybe the next day you're a little bit stiff. That's a good pain. That's not a pain that you need to focus on. It's a good pain. But then there's the bad pain, and we all intuitively know the difference between, oh, this thing in my back does not feel good, or no, okay, I just overdid it a little bit yesterday in the class and I'm stiff. Or my belly's stiff. I mean, I laugh, it's sore. That kind of laughing and it's sore is perfect. But when it's sore, it's really not a good idea to ignore it. Now we talk of these sheaths these koshas, K-O-S-H-A-S. And we kind of think that they're separate, but they're not. It's like if you take an onion, and then the outer skin of the onion is the Annamaya Kosha, and then the next layer is the Pranamaya Kosha, and you go inward. But that still makes up the whole onion. It's like you've got these different layers, but they work in conjunction with each other. So a physical pain, you can actually go back and kind of, often you can find an emotional, a mental cause for that pain. You can relate it to a chakra. You can feel, oh, wow, this is what's happening in my life, and that's why I've got this pain. That still doesn't mean you ignore it, because the last place that a pain or a sensation comes to is in your body. So by the time it's there, it's already gone through the other layers. And often it can manifest in physical disease or an organ that is needing attention. So never ignore a physical pain is the big story with Annamaya Kosha, and get in touch with your body. So today's class is about really getting in touch with our physical body. Now, all the koshas in every single yoga class we get in touch with them all. Every single one of them. When I say to you, feel, that's Annamaya Kosha. When you're contemplating something, that's Annamaya Kosha. When you're sensing the sensations of energy in your body, that's Pranamaya Kosha. So, and in Shavasana, you get Anandamaya Kosha, which is the bliss body. So every single yoga class is touching on these koshas. It's different to the vayus that I taught you, the one vayus here, the other one's in the center, the panas at the bottom. So there's a different sensation. The koshas are your whole body. So each sheath encompasses the whole shape of you, your whole body. So it's hard. It was quite a challenge for me to think of how I would break these 5 up. Obviously, the last one is just samadhi, which we'll probably incorporate into the 4th one. Because you can't lie in samadhi for an hour and not do any yoga. But we will work hard, probably on the last 2-in-1 class. How to actually incorporate you feeling each one of these in some kind of tangible way, because I always believe that if you can experience something in your yoga practice, it becomes much more tangible to you, and then it's not just a word that you find on a page or on the internet, and it's not just talk, it's actually tangible and you can feel it. So we're going to move into Annamaya Kosha, the food sheath, the body sheath, the physical sheath, governed by your root chakra. So all physicality is governed by the root chakra. We know that chakra is the earth element. So your physical body is actually the earth element. It's solid. Well, as solid as Maya illusion allows us to believe, but it's solid. You can touch it, you can feel it. The other sheaths are intangible. You can't really touch them, but you can feel them. But this one you can touch, you can feel. So we're going to do a lot of touch and feel, and a lot of static movements. So a lot of holding poses so that you start to experience muscles and what have you. So sit nice and tall. If you need to change the cross of your feet because you've sat too long in that position, find your comfortable seated position and bring your hands in to create your heart. Close your eyes and let's begin with some lovely, long, slow, deep Ujjayi breath. In and out through your nose, and just send that breath to every part of your body. So the way we work with also feeling our body is to feel the sensations in the body and to breathe into those sensations. To breathe into the sensations where there's a tightness or there's a need to expand it a little bit more. So just kind of scan your physical body now as you breathe into it and feel if there's a tightness anywhere. No judgments, absolutely no judgments. You're doing this on a beautiful, compassionate way. You're not judging yourself, ooh, ooh, ooh. You're compassionately looking at where you might be feeling. If you're sitting on your mat and you're not feeling anything, beautiful. Just notice that your body is in harmony. So just sense maybe my hips sitting like this, I'm feeling. Maybe my back I'm feeling, but I've been doing yoga for over 21 days, so maybe I'm sitting a whole lot easier than I would have 21 days ago. So just kind of notice how your physical body feels, what it feels. And then slowly open your eyes and walk your palms forward, but not too much, and see where you engage. And as you engage, how does it feel? Where does it feel? Where in your physical body do you feel this pose? And again, wherever you feel it, kind of try to broaden, breathe into it and soften it so that you are allowing the sensations of the physical body. Today we're going to really allow the sensations of the physical body. Then creep a little bit more forward and use your bandhas so that you lengthen your spine. Can you actually feel your spine as you use your bandhas? Can you feel your physical spine? Notice that. Notice from the root chakra all the way up. Can you feel the neck? Are you kind of looking up and scrunching the neck, or can you lengthen the neck? Can you feel those vertebrae? So this is very tangible to feel the physical body, but most of us ignore the sensations of the physical body. So today we're moving deeply into feeling. Take a little walk around over to your left side. Lift your torso and drape yourself over your left side. Now, as you push into that right side of your body, the right hip side, you're going to feel the right hip. So you say, good morning. Feel your bodies. Really, after today's class, you should have a lot more body awareness. Most yogis have an incredible amount of body awareness. When people first start coming to yoga, they kind of even don't know how to move their bodies because of the body awareness is lacking. So we're taking it deeper now as yogis. We're really feeling, going deeper into this body awareness. So you feel the side of your hip, and then you walk back through to center. And maybe this right hip feels a little bit different to the left. Just kind of notice there are no right and wrong answers here. It's your body, it's your sensations. And then come over to the other side and now push into your left hip and feel that awareness of your left hip. Really get that awareness and breathe into it. So wherever you want to bring consciousness, you take the breath. Consciousness follows the breath. So if you breathe into a part of your body, now what's happening with your neck? Can you lengthen it? Or are you kind of scrunching it funny? I was very aware I was scrunching it funny because I'm looking up at the TV so that my voice projects towards you. And then slowly come back and see if you can lengthen just a little bit more. And notice the physical sensations in the body. I know that I normally say to you, notice but that's tomorrow's class, the movement of energy. Today, it's all about the physical. We're noticing the physical body. And this is the temple of our soul. This is the body that affords us this experience. So we want to pay it homage. We also want to feed it right. That's why I was laughing prior to the beginning of the class where we were all talking about our alcohol ban. We want to watch our consumption of alcohol. We want to watch our consumption of, I cannot say I've been good, of Easter eggs. But you know, if you do eat something that quote unquote junk food, do it mindfully, enjoy it, but don't get caught up in the gluttonous of it. So one Easter egg is perfectly okay, in really enjoying it. And if you eat mindfully, as the tantrikas do, you don't, and this is the food body. So this is the body that is actually kept alive through food, obviously through air and water, but food is needed to keep this body nourished and in good optimum health. You know, I noticed, bring your legs out in front of you. I noticed with my mom and Ronnie, when they transitioned just before, a couple of months, that their need for food lessened completely. So we really need to feed ourselves well. Healthy food. Push your heels away from you, lift your chest. Now you should be feeling the back of your legs. Take your hands behind you and lift yourself. So what you really want to feel, lift your heels off the floor and lift your chest, lift your belly, find your bandhas. Feel your legs, guys. Just really get an awareness of how these legs feel. Really working into the legs. So we're going to be standing in standing poses and holding them. So let's get these legs nice and conditioned for our standing poses. Squeeze your thighs and then release your thighs. And then squeeze your thighs and then release it. So when you release it, your heels fall down on the floor. When you squeeze it, your heels come off. And release and squeeze. Now, this is not easy. It looks so easy. It looks like these yogis are just sitting here, but just watch. So this pose is called Dandasana, where we sit like the staff pose, and then bring your hands by your sides. So yoga originally, right in the very beginning, was very static. Movement came afterwards, but it was static poses. So these are the static poses we're going to be doing today. Holding the poses, feeling them, feeling Dandasana. Now you might feel in Dandasana that it's quite hard to keep the torso upright. So this might look easy, but it's really not. It requires a lot of musculature. So now feel that musculature that it requires to keep the spine nice and long, the heels pushed away from you. And then slowly leading with your belly towards your thighs and your chest towards your feet. Walk yourself slowly down. Don't come too far. We're not looking for major length here and major big beautiful poses. We're just looking to feel, to experience. So go to the point where you really experience it. Now as you squeeze your thighs, you might be having a sensation in your thighs. You should definitely be having a sensation at the back of your legs. So you feel the hamstrings, you feel them moving, you feel this awareness. Breathe into it. And then if you can touch your toes, do, or take the sides of your feet or the sides of your knees and just gently draw yourselves down a little bit more. It's early days, so we're not moving into anything major. We're just holding and feeling. And smile. You're getting to know your physical body on a very, very, very personal level. And then slowly release. So the first part, our feet. Take this foot and twirl it around your left foot. Then take your right hand and bring your fingers into your feet so that they are your palms are pushed up against your ball of your foot, and those fingers are deeply separating your toes. So Adil Pakabal taught us this yoga, something yoga family, do you remember? And then roll that foot round and round and round, and roll it in the other direction. And it can be quite painful. It can actually be quite painful. And then pull your foot and push your foot. And pull your foot and push your foot. And pull your foot and push your foot. And one more time, pull it so that you're feeling the stretch along the front of the foot. Push it. And then look at all 10 nails upright. And then twist and find all 10 nails facing down, and all 10 nails facing up, and all 10 nails facing down. And feel your feet. You know, reflexology brings a beautiful lot of awareness to our feet, but especially to the Annamaya Kosha. Here you actually want to feel not so much the reflexology, but the physicalness of the toes and the feet. And then squeeze, 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 squeeze. Really give it a good squeeze. So take this hand and squeeze. It can be quite sore because you are pushing on meridians and you're also pushing on bones and all sorts of things. And then release this. Take your foot out, open and spread your toes and shake your foot. And notice how this left foot feels. Just give it a little wiggle. Notice how there's a kind of more of aliveness. So if you really just take a moment and feel this left foot and you feel the right foot, you can notice that there's more aliveness in your left foot. So let's do the right foot. Take those hands into your feet. Really squish those fingers in. And then we do some big circles. And as you hold your feet, try to hold them quite well. So this works your hands as well. It's very good for arthritis. And other way. Move those feet. And then pull your foot and push your foot. And pull your foot and push your foot. And pull it and push it. Noticing the sensations. And then look at all 10 nails looking up. And torque all 10 nails down. T-O-R-Q-U-E. And then up and twist. Up and twist. Up and twist. And then hold onto those feet. Really hold on. Squeeze. Take this hand and squeeze, 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 squeeze. And then slowly release. Both feet out and do some nice ankle rolls. Being aware of your feet. So important. And then take your hands and just open and close them. So, you know, if you like Jen the other day hurt her finger, maybe I'll put it in your mouth. That was not good because of Corona. But unless we actually hurt a part of our body, we don't notice it. If you hurt your finger, then you're completely aware of it for the next day or 2 or 3. But otherwise, they're just body parts that you don't pay any attention to. So open and close, and we want to actually today bring awareness and gratitude to each body part of ours. So we start with the hands and the feet, and then slowly bend your knees and come onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under. Don't hate me. Sit on your heels and lift your palms up. Turn one palm up, one palm down. I'm going to face you, but I just wanted to show you sitting on your heels. And open and close, open and close, open and close. And open and close, open and close, open and close. And keep going, guys. Feel those hands. Even the arms might get sore. The arms, you might feel the arms. You might feel the bones of the arms. You might feel that. And then shake, 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 shake. Release and gently paddle these feet. I'm sure you're aware where your feet are now. You have a definite awareness of your feet. Sit on your heels. Feet are flat on the floor. And lift. So if it's too hard for you, lift one knee at a time. If you can lift both, beautiful. This is it. That's beautiful. Otherwise, lift your tushy away. So you're really getting this lovely sense of opening through those feet. And the hands are very well worked. Come onto your hands and knees. Tuck your toes under and push back into down dog. Now feel your palms on the earth and feel your feet. And have an awareness of how different it feels, your palms and your hands. You have an awareness of where your palms and your hands are. Breathe into it, connect with it. Feel those palms. Actually take a moment to push those palms into the earth. Open and spread your fingers. Push into your thumbs. So generally we tend to bring our weight onto the baby finger. Come bring it into the thumb. Look between your legs. Feel your spine. Find the corners of your feet. So don't let yourself be heavier on your baby toes. Be sure that you're on both. If your heels are not on the floor, it's fine. If your heels are on the floor, try to have all 4 corners of your feet. Hold and feel the expression of your body through this pose. How does it feel? Remember I said we're holding poses in this practice. And then slowly drop onto your knees, cross your feet, and sit back. Okay, you're going to take your right foot and bring it to your left hip. Now, if it's hard for you, you can keep this leg straight, coming into Gomukhasana. And we're coming straight into Gomukhasana because generally, the place where most of us feel the most is our hips. So this is like a very large portion of our body, our thighs and our hips, and we're beginning to open this. Now, take your hands behind you and lift yourselves so that you almost feel like you're lifting your tushy off the floor, but you're not. And have this deep awareness of right here, right by the sides of your hips. Breathe into it and see if you can really take yourself into your hips and soften. And have the sensations in the hips. Allow for these sensations. Breathe into it. And then this might be enough for you. You might be saying, okay, thank you very much. I'm feeling, Melissa, I'm thinking of you because it's not your favorite. And we're going straight into it. So lift your chest and come forward, guys. And now, don't fight with your hips. Laugh at it, smile. You're going to have the sensations. Bring your palms forward. So you're going to feel sensations in your body. Don't ignore them. Today we're not going into what do those sensations mean. That's for the next lesson. This today is just about allowing ourselves to actually feel the sensations and feel a sense of compassion for your body and a sense of gratitude to your body. So this is a good pain. This is actually a good pain. You might not think so, but this is a good pain because it's a stretch pain. If it's a sharp pain, that ain't a good pain. So you would know straight away whether it's a good or a bad pain. So you need to monitor yourself in your classes always, especially on this internet story, of what is the pain? What does it feel like? And as you bring yourself forward, just let yourself be heavy on your thighs, and if you can, drop your head. I'm not dropping my head because you can't hear me when I'm talking down. So just allow yourself to drop and feel the sensations of your body. Kind of feel like gravity is pulling you into her. So there's an awareness of gravity being very heavy. This is your heaviest part of you is your physical body. And gravity pulls that physical body down. So you want to feel the heaviness. You want to feel the awareness of your body. And yoga makes your body lighter, makes your movements easier. So now we're really feeling the density of the physical body and allowing it to soften. And then slowly, slowly come up. Now feel your spine. Actual physical spine. We're not talking any energy here, guys. We're talking the actual little intervertebral discs and the little vertebra. Okay? Bring your foot up and lift up nice and tall. Lift your left arm up into the sky and bring your arm behind you. Now, you still got a little bit of a sensation in the hips. Notice that, but you've also got the sensation coming all the way up the body. Push your feet firmly into the floor. Lift your right palm up and then bring your right palm over to your knee and twist. You look backwards. I'm looking forwards because of the computer, but you look backwards, look over your shoulder. Now feel and sense if you can feel there is a definite squishing of those little intervertebral discs. So sense and feel if you can kind of feel the spine squeezing. Sense and feel if you can feel some of the organs getting a squeeze. And take yourself inside your body and feel your body, your physical body. Have this awareness. This amazing thing, this physical body, how it has been created. With all its systems, circulatory system, respiratory system, urinary system, reproductive system, lymphatic system. I mean, all these systems are amazing. Endocrine system, how they work. So just have that, wow, how incredible is my physical body? And then slowly come round. Just sit for a moment and we're going to change. So it's the other side. Notice I'm not going into that feeling. So you can see that when you do physical yoga, even if you don't, you probably all thought, let's pause for a moment and feel that sensation. No, today we are doing physical. We're doing Annamaya Kosha. It's quite hard for me not to go, but I'm really wanting you to have the sensations of the physical body today. It's grounding. You're going to feel very grounded today. You're going to feel very centered today because we're working on the physical body. Your root chakra gives you security. It gives you a feeling of containment, contentment. It's a very powerful feeling, this to be in your body, full of power. So now this might feel different, this side to the other side. Notice where the sensations are. Breathe into it. One hip is always a little bit different to the other. One side is always a little bit different to the other. And then gently push yourself forward. Again, smile. Smile. You want to make friends with your body. You want to feel the sensations. You don't want to ignore them, but you don't want to label them as bad. They're not. They're actually your body opening up for you. They're your body getting healthy. Your body getting very healthy. This area around here, when it gets constricted, we're talking physically, when it gets constricted, there's a lot of, like your psoas muscle and your nerve endings, your sciatica all around here can create a lot of back pain. So the more open physically this area is, and you can bring your palms forward, the healthier your physical body is. So what we're doing is really opening. Now, most people come to yoga for the physical and then slowly begin to realize how amazing the whole system of yoga is. It's kind of hard to go back to just the physical, but in a way it's also very humbling, and in a way it's very grounding, and in a way it gives us a chance to say thank you to this physical body. So feeling the sensations, being appreciative of the sensations in the physical body. And then slowly, slowly come up. Put your foot down. See if you can ground through all four corners. If this is hard, you can always bring your foot to this side. So if your foot is kind of dangling, then rather bring it inside. Find both sit bones. So feel your sit bones. You can actually feel those ischial tuberosities is what they're called. Please be very impressed that I know such a fancy name. So your two sit bones, lift up nice and tall. Lift your right arm into the sky and bring it behind you. Feel your spine. Actually feel the physical spine. Inhale, lift the left arm, and exhale, twist. Now, can you feel those little intervertebral discs? Can you feel your organs? Feel the sensations in the body. Become so super aware of this thing called my physical body. Annamaya Kosha. Your food sheath. This level of your being. So that in future, if you do get a pain in your body, please God, you're not going to ignore it. You're going to listen to that gut instinct that tells you, no, 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 this pain is not right. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come around. Come onto your hands and knees. Open and spread your palms. Really get a big awareness of those palms. Take your left leg out in behind you, flex your foot. Now feel that your leg holding itself up. Feel how strong that is. You have to have bandhas to help you, that core strength. And then lift your right palm. And feel this, guys. Feel this big stretch. Really be aware of how nice it feels to stretch. But have an awareness of almost the weight of your hand and your leg. So feel that. Feel how your leg and your hand, arm feel, and then push your left palm down and get a nice opening. So you're not sinking down into the mat, you're lifting up. Hold it and breathe. And then slowly release, and we're going to go straight onto the other side. Stretch this leg back, flex your foot, push through the ball of your foot, lift your left palm up. Push down. So I'm exaggerating, but you want to feel that you're lifting up from the mat. You want to feel this big stretch. Breathe. And then slowly release. Tuck your toes under. Another day, another dog. But before you come into your dog, open and spread your palms. Push into the tips of each fingertip and have an awareness. Have your internal elbows looking at each other. This is where Mr. Nyenga gets his classes from. Mr. Nyenga focuses very much on the physical body, and it's amazing what he attains. It's like the Bible of yoga. So feel your inner elbows looking at each other. Feel your bandhas. Tuck your toes under. Gently bring your torso towards your thighs and stretch. Go back into your down dog. With the inner elbows looking at each other, take your shoulder blades up your back and towards your two sit bones. Feel this lovely awareness. Bring your left foot forward between your hands and open your legs nice and wide. Okay, bring your palms forward. Now feel the difference. Imagine you squeezing a big ball between your legs. So feel your inner thighs really opening. You can feel the inner thighs stretching. It feels different to the back of the legs, the inner thighs. Imagine that your knees had eyeballs and they were kind of looking inwards, so they were a bit cockeyed. So you feel a huge internal rotation here in these thighs. So these thighs are going inwards, and then the back of the leg opens. So bring your hands back. Stay on your left palm, okay, or your left palm here, and then take your right hand and just roll this leg in like this, roll it. So you want to feel this roll, and then take the hand behind you and pull the leg back. So it's a pull back like this, and then feel that you've got this, and then do it on the other side, feel. So massage it inward and massage it back, pull it back. Now take your tushy and pull that up and release, and take your other tushy and pull it up. So you're taking both tushies. Take both hands and pull these tushies up. Keep your belly nice and firm. Pull your thighs apart. Pull them apart, and then push these palms in and push these thighs in. And now keeping that awareness of your legs. They're really working. Feel your legs working. Bring your palms forward and have that deep awareness of your legs. This really deep awareness of your legs. Breathe into it, guys. Nice Ujjayi breath. Breathe into the sensations of your legs. So it's almost like you've got this huge big ball between your legs, and you're almost trying to push the ball back behind you. You're trying to push the ball out. So go into the legs and feel this. Now what's happening with your feet? Open and spread your feet onto the mat, and then gently lift your internal arch. Gently lift that internal arch. Mr. Yenga would be very proud of me today. Lift that internal arch and feel. Breathe. Hold it. We're going to hold it so that you get the sensations in the legs. And then bring the knees down, one knee. Bring your big toes to touch and take wide child's pose. Stretch it forward. Now, pushing your palms into the floor, open and spread your palms. So you've got a deep awareness of those hands. Push your two sit bones into your heels. So your sit bones are pushing down, but your spine is moving forward. So feel that sense, the sensation of the spine moving forward. Use bandhas to help you with this. Shoulder blades are away from ears, and feel that your neck is long. So get the whole sensation in your body. You're not just hanging here in child's pose. You're feeling your torso on your thighs. You're feeling this deep awareness of your thighs. Breathe into it. And then slowly, slowly, slowly come up. Bring yourselves back into your down dog. And then walk your feet towards your hands towards your feet. Be hip width apart and roll up. And roll your shoulders just once. Okay, so have your feet almost touching, no, not almost touching, hip width apart. So you can almost a fist between your toes. You want to have your baby toe and your heel in alignment. So you want to feel this internal rotation again. Keep your belly firm, bend your knees, okay? Curl your tailbone, lift your belly, lift your arms. Breathe into it, guys, awkward chair. Ustrasana. No, Uttanasana. Sorry, Ustrasana is camel. Uttanasana. Awkward seat. Breathe. Now, if you go lower, remember you've got to keep your belly firm. You should be having quite a sensation in these thighs. Breathe into it. Feel. Feel how powerful. They're four. They're called quads. 4 big muscles here, holding you up, helping you to walk, helping you to stand, moving you in the world. Feel those 4 quads. Breathe. Have an appreciation for those muscles. Drop your tailbone. So you don't want to stick your tailbone out. Drop it, but lift your belly, lift your heart. And now I'm holding you here. I want you to have the sensations of your body. And then slowly lift up and release. Okay, just heel toe once out. Take your hands onto your hips. Big inhale and exhale, come forward. Now immediately you're going to feel the back of your legs. Again, feel this awareness of the internal rotation of the thighs and the spreading. So always it's about spreading those back of the hamstrings. Place your hands onto your knees or your shins. Make nice tabletop. Now round into all four corners of your feet. So really feel all four corners of your feet grounding. Lift your belly. Okay, so this is position 1. Position 2 is to lift an arm. And position 3 is to lift the other arm. Breathe. All choices. Now you're going to feel your back working. You're really going to feel that back and belly working. You're probably also going to be leaning back a little bit. So see if you can bring your energy forward. So you don't want to lean back. You want to be lengthening here. Now bend your knees, keeping the same length in your back. And feel that stretch. You're actually working those thighs. Breathe into it. Takes quite a lot of musculature. Appreciate that musculature. I'm looking to the side. I shouldn't be, but I need to talk to the computer. So your head is facing down and forward. I'm looking sideways. Don't copy me. Breathe into it. All right. Now straighten and let the hands hang. Feel your legs. You're going to probably have a very deep awareness of your legs. Breathe. And then roll up. Roll your shoulder blades. Good. Standing sideways on your mat. We're going to come into triangle. So the right foot is going to come out. The left foot is going to be at a 45-degree angle. The heel of the front foot is going to be intersecting the back. Now you've got that same big ball between your legs. You're squeezing it. The tailbone is dropping, the belly is lifting. So you've got this sandwich between your front and your back. Arms out. Feel this pose. Make those legs work. Really squeeze them. Don't let them be all floppy, I'm exaggerating, but make them work. Then take this right hand, elbows facing the front, pushing this back hip back and to the back. So behind you and behind you. So really pushing, like you're pushing this whole back leg against a wall. Okay? And this whole back hip is rotating back towards that wall. Your belly is nice and strong. Okay. Now take your hand down. Actually, keep your hand there. Bring your elbow towards your knee. Then lift this arm up into the sky. And then bring this palm down into Trikonasana. Squeeze those legs, guys, but push that back hip back towards an imaginary wall behind you. Your back wants to be against an imaginary wall behind you. So your right shoulder comes forward, your left shoulder comes back. And then, only then, if you can lift your head and look up. If that's too much for your neck, look forward. So if you can look up, breathe into it. What's happened to your toes? Unscrunch them. Find all four corners of your feet. What's happened to your leg, your front leg? Squeeze that ball. Don't let that ball drop. Feel from fingertip to fingertip. Feel the pose. Feel the strength of the pose. And now using your belly, use your belly. Slowly, slowly come up. Release. Step your feet together and feel your physical body. Not your energy body, your physical body. So it's a different class today. Really feel the amount of power there is in the physical body to sustain that pose, to hold you in the pose, to actually bring you to this level of awareness in your body, how strong you are. Because if your muscles could not contract and hold you, you couldn't stand like that. It takes a great deal of strength. So find some appreciation. Step your feet out again, and we're going to go to the other side. So before we even begin, you're squeezing that big imaginary wall. This time the right hip. So you don't want the right hip coming in like this. I'm exaggerating. You want it pulling back. But then as it pulls back, you don't want this hip. So you want to keep an openness through your whole pelvic area. That's what you're wanting to be feeling. Lengthen your tailbone, lift. Now squeeze those thighs. Make them active. Make them as active as possible. Take your arms out to the side. So just feel this. Or you come anywhere, feel the strength of just standing like this with your arms out. The muscles, your biceps and triceps to hold your arms up are working. Feel that? Bring your hand onto your hip and bring this elbow down towards your knee. Now we have a tendency to bend our knee when we do this. Keep it as straight as you can, but not locked. Bring your back against that imaginary wall and then drop your hand down. Find your bandhas. Squeeze that imaginary ball between your legs. Push yourself back against the wall, imaginary wall behind you, and breathe into it, guys. Feel your physical body. So these are very much root chakra, although the second chakra is open, but any kind of really standing poses involve the physical body a lot. Breathe into it. Feel. Now use your belly. So firm your belly. Feel the musculature of your belly as you come up. Release. Turn your feet in and step yourself together. Oops, I went a little bit way away. Feel. Bring your hands into prayer. Don't close your eyes. We're wanting to feel the strength of the physical body. Really wanting to feel that. We're wanting to feel how this physical body holds us. Okay, step your feet wider, wider now. Heel toe to be very wide. Bend your front knee. Okay, again, you want to be on this balance beam. Okay, and your arms are out to the sides. Now you turn your face to look over your front fingertips. Drishti gaze. This knee has a tendency to want to push inwards. Push it back against that wall. This hip has a tendency to want to do this. Push it up against that wall again. So again, you're feeling this big opening through your whole pelvic area. Imagine that your tailbone had like a big heavy Ganesha on it and it was pulling you down. You want to push into the baby toe of your back foot and the front toe of your front foot. Hold it and breathe. The deeper you breathe, the easier it's going to be. You don't want to be forward, guys. You want to be between your two hips. Breathe into it. If you can go lower, go lower. You might need to wiggle your toes forward. Breathe. You're building up an incredible strength in your body. So your body's stretching, but in the stretch, it's holding you. Your gaze is forward. I'm just looking forward. Your body is holding you in the stretch. It's holding you. Feel your muscles. Probably feeling the muscles of the thighs quite a bit. Feel that. Breathe. Your arms are probably feeling it. It's good. Good work for your arms. You might have sore biceps and triceps tomorrow. Beautiful. That's a good sore. Your arms are working. It's helping with this flabbiness underneath the arms. Drop. Release and simply go to the other side. Drop your arms for a moment so that you have a rest. Breathe. So we think of standing poses as easy peasy, but actually physical practices like this are extremely, extremely powerful and are quite difficult, quite challenging, but really build up good muscles. So yoga doesn't use weights, Bend. It uses your own body weight to create the building of the muscles. So you holding yourself up now, arms out to the side, push into your back baby toe, push into your front big toe, look out over your front fingertips. Your back is against an imaginary wall. Breathe into it, guys. Drop as low as you feel healthy or your knee allows you. Push back into that back foot. So you don't want to be over to the front and you don't want to be over to the back. You want to be right in the center of your 2 feet. Breathe. Feel. Bandhas. Breath. Breathe deeply. Feel. Feel the power. Feel the actual physical power of this pose. Feel your arms working. Yeah, if they get too sore, you can bring them down. But just know that you're going to have beautiful muscles. You're going to be able to do this and have a big muscle. Breathe. Smile. Celebrate this physical body. And then slowly release. Turn both feet in. Take your hands onto your hips. Come forward into a tabletop. Squeeze that big imaginary ball and let yourselves come down into this wide-legged child's pose. Breathe, guys. Drop one knee, drop the other knee, come into the wide-legged child's pose. Breathe. I think I said child's pose before, sorry. Gosh, I can't believe how the time has gone away from us. Breathe. Really just feel the strength of the practice that we've done. And then come up one more time. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. Go back into your down dog. And come into your plank. Push your heels away from you. Stretch through the spine. Feel the arms holding you. Push. Now it's a different kind of hold to the hold when you were holding your arms up. Feel that. Feel how the muscles kind of wrap around the bones. Squeeze. Feel that you're squeezing your thighs, all your muscles in your thighs around the bone. So those thighs are working, your belly's working, everything is working. Breathe. A few more breaths. Hold it. Get strong. Good. Release. Drop onto your knees and take child's pose. Knees together. Just take a moment. Okay, come forward and come into cobra. Lift your chest, curl your tailbone, lift your belly, open your heart. Now feel the sensation of the chest. So you're lifting the sternum. Feel that sternum lifting, shoulder blades are back and down, neck is nice and long. Breathe. Got to keep really firm in the belly, so you should not be feeling this in the lower back. You should be feeling this in the belly and lifting up of the sternum, and of course a little bit in the arms, and then of course the legs. All 10 toenails are on the floor. Breathe. Good. Slowly push back into tabletop and release back into child's pose. At this moment of awareness, we're going to do one more cobra, but we're going to take it into down dog now. Up dog, sorry. So come forward. Bring your hands back. Actually, come onto your belly. Bring your hands back to your waist. Okay, all the way to your waist. Keep the chest lifting forward. All 10 toenails on the floor. Belly lifts, tailbone curls, bandhas, and up you come and you lift your thighs off the floor and you open. Do not feel this in the lower back. If you do, come down. You're doing too much. Or you're not using your belly enough. Breathe. Lift. Breathe. Open. Feel. Connect. Drop onto your knees. Slowly back into tabletop. Take a moment. And then push back into child's pose. Breathe. Feel, guys. Feel the sensations. Be aware that you really are feeling your entire shape. You're feeling your body. You're feeling deep within your body. You're feeling your organs. You're feeling your musculature. You're feeling your bones, your skeleton. And just really have this awareness. All right. And slowly come up. We'll take one more down dog. Stretch it out. And just notice how nice and strong you are. Look towards your belly. Push your heels back. Feel the sensations in the body. Breathe into it. Nice Ujjayi breath. And then drop onto your knees, cross your feet over, and come to a seated position. Bring the soles of your feet together, find your two sit bones, lift up nice and tall. Totally different feeling when we're sitting to when we're standing and holding ourselves up. Here also though, the belly and the spine has to hold you nice and tall. Take your hands to the inside of your thighs and just squeeze those thighs. Now we're not looking for meridians, we're just looking to kind of massage these thighs, and we're looking to feel the sensations of those inner thighs, just feeling the sensations. So, you know, we started with working with our feet, now we're just working with the muscles, and then take yourself around and give yourself a squish and find your two sit bones. So actually roll and pull your flesh out. Bring your elbows onto your knees and push your knees down. Use your bandhas, lift yourself up, push your feet together. So really push your feet together like you're trying to push one more than the other. So you're squeezing them both and then lifting and bringing that belly forward. Come down and feel the sensations in the body. Notice the sensations. Use your bandhas. Breathe into it. So it's a different sensation to a standing pose, but it is a lovely opening pose of those inner thighs. The spine has been given a chance to lengthen and open. And we're going to take the last twist of the class. So sitting nice and tall, bring your right hand behind you, your left hand onto your knee, push your knee away from you and twist. Quite a few sensations going on in the body. Keep the belly nice and firm. You can feel the twist, especially also through the thoracic area by your chest. Squeeze the belly. Come back again. And other side. And squeeze. And then slowly bring your knees up, bring your feet forward, take your hands by your sides and lift yourselves up, tabletop, and then drop your head and look up to the sky. Push. Now it's a different sensation in the arms, guys. Your arms, you can probably feel the front of the arms working a little bit more. Really draw, push the feet down, lift, bring the back body up to the front body and feel. And then slowly release. Stretch your legs forward. Bring your hands a little bit further behind you. Incline plane. Come up. Drop your feet. Lift your belly. Curl your tailbone up. And lengthen. Breathe. So firm your thighs. Really firm those thighs so that those thighs are working. Squeeze an imaginary tiny block between your thighs. Work your thighs, work your belly, work your whole body, breathe into it, feel the effort, and then slowly release down and release yourselves into Shavasana. So find yourself, make yourself comfortable. We're going to explore the physical body. So in Shavasana, just take your head from side to side a few moments. Just from side to side, lying flat on your back. Just let that head go from side to side. Good. Good. And then bending your knees. Have your arms out to the side and just drop your knees over to the side and bring your fingers on top of each other. And then keep your knees where they are and open your chest out. And just feel this nice twist. Gravity drawing you down. Breathe. Then come bring your knees back up again. Take the other hand over to the side. Keep the palm on the side and then just lower yourselves round again and feel the twist. Come back again. We're just doing a few things for your back. Hug your right knee, stretch your left leg, squeeze your belly, watch your chin. In fact, bring your forehead up to your knee and really give a good squeeze here. Then keep the chin and the chest together as you drop the neck. So the neck is long. Feel a long neck. Push your leg away from you, your long leg, and squeeze the belly. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Give a good squeeze, guys. And then release and take the other side. Bring the forehead towards the knee, chin towards chest, chest towards chin, belly nice and firm, flattening. And then come back down again, keeping the chin, the neck long, and squeezing. All right, now you're ready for full Shavasana. Open your palms. Open your legs a little bit wide. Let the weight of gravity pull you down. So feel that sense of gravity into you. And feel your skeleton. So really have an awareness of your skeleton. The bones of the legs, the knees, the bottom of the legs, the feet, the little metatarsals, the little toe bones, all the feet, the ankle bone. Feel all those bones coming up. Feel the pelvis, the whole beautiful basin of the pelvis. Moving up, feel the rib cage wrapping itself around. Just the skeleton. We're only focusing in on the skeleton. Feel your sternum, your breastplate, as it's often referred to, that protects your heart and your lungs, that beautiful big bone right here in the front of your heart. Feel that. Feel your scapulars at the back. So you've got two big bones at the back that hold the shoulder blades that connect. So your whole structure is held together by your skeleton. Without your skeleton, you'd be floppy woppy. Feel the shoulders and feel as they go down into the arms. Feel the arm bones and the elbows and the wrists and the phalanges, the fingertips. Feel the spine. Feel the whole spine from the root down below the pelvis all the way up, each little vertebra, all the way up into the cervical spine. And then where the spine touches into the occipital ridge of the brain center, and then feel your skull. Visualize your skull with the openings for your ears, your nose, and your eyes, and your mouth. So feel the skull. So now feel all at once your entire skeleton. Visualize your skeleton, feel your skeleton, and feel how strong your skeleton is. It's your skeleton that holds your muscles. Your muscles get attached to your skeleton, and it's your skeleton, the muscles that move the skeleton. But as I said before, without the skeleton, your muscles would have no structure. So yes, we make the structure strong, but first feel and appreciate this wonderful thing called your skeleton. This is part of Annamaya Kosha. Today we're learning about Annamaya Kosha. Then feel all the musculature that is all the way around. You've got muscles on your thighs, muscles on your calves, and your shins, even into your toes you've got muscles. You've got muscles everywhere throughout your whole body. And each muscle is joined by a tendon. And each muscle, as it moves, as it contracts and it expands, it moves the skeleton so that you can walk, you can stand in the standing poses. The muscles make your skeleton strong. So the muscles hold your skeleton in place. Without the muscles, if you bent your skeleton, you'd flop. So you need both. So feel this. Feel how the muscles attach through the tendons and the ligaments to your skeleton, and how those muscles hold you strong. When you were in warrior, it was the muscles holding those hips, holding those thighs around your bone. So almost feel the muscles kind of hugging each and every one of your bones. Even between your ribs, you've got little intercostal muscles that expand and contract as you breathe. So the muscles, you've got a whole muscular system going on in your body. How amazing. That holds your whole body up. Really part of your Annamaya Kosha. Then let's go into the respiratory system. You breathe in and you breathe into your lungs. So feel your lungs. They're generally at the back of your body and they're very large. Your lungs are really large. And then they go to the heart. The heart takes it through the circulatory system that takes all the blood to the organs and to the muscles. So the blood pumps away from the heart in the arteries, all the way down even to your toes. And then all the way back, the veins bring it back to the heart, where it gets recirculated, comes out your lungs, and comes out as carbon dioxide. So pause for a moment and think, wow, just feel how amazing Annamaya Kosha is. This all happens automatically, guys. We don't even think about it. But today, because we're doing this physical sheath, we're really feeling and connecting with it. So the respiratory system and the circulatory system work hand in glove to bring this nutrients around, the fresh supply of blood to every part of you. Amazing. Feel the digestive system. You eat through your mouth, the saliva goes down your esophagus and goes into your stomach and gets processed through gallbladder, through liver, and then it also gets spread as nutrients throughout your body. And then what is not needed is through elimination through your bowels and your intestines and out. So feel this amazing system, and what you put into your mouth, the quality of the nutrients that you put into your mouth. You can definitely taste the difference between and feel the difference between dead food and alive food. So it's a very different feeling to eating some vegetables or an apple to eating, sorry for you guys that eat meat, a dead piece of meat. There's a difference, there's an aliveness. So the food that you eat is also incredibly important. Those chocolates, however, just let's smile about them. They're very much alive, especially in Easter. Okay, so we can't get too pedantic about it, but we need to really appreciate what we do put into our bodies, and most of us do, I know. All right, so that's your digestive system. What about your urinary system, your kidneys that filter out all the liquid waste and then pass it through your bladder and out? I mean, there's so many incredible. Your nerve system, you know, those nerves that send messages from your brain to your muscles, telling you that you have to lift your palm or your arm or your leg. I mean, if you think about it, how do we know to lift a leg? How do we know to open our legs wide in warrior or triangle? It's the nerves that send these messages through to the muscles that then move the skeleton. It's the nerves that send the message through to different parts of the body to work the systems, the different systems. The reproductive system, how amazing is that, especially for us ladies, that we can actually give birth to a baby, that we can hold a baby in our womb and actually give birth to a baby, a live human being. I mean, if you think about Annamaya Kosha, you have to stop and think what a miracle we truly are. What an absolute miracle we are. And if you don't believe in a creator, then you have to believe in the miracle of life. And if you believe in the miracle of life, then who created the miracle of life? So there is always a creator and a creation. What we as yogis realize is that creator and creation is one. That will be for tomorrow's subject. But to feel this amazing, amazing thing called Annamaya Kosha, my physical body, that it can contract, that it can expand, that it can digest and that it can expel, that it can utilize nutrients for its benefit. And then think about your brain center and how this processes thoughts and awarenesses and how your brain functions, how your eyes function, your senses, how you can read, how that can then be processed by your brain, how you can see the beauty of everything around you, how you can hear beautiful music, how you can hear people's voices, how you can hear the sound of I love you. Think how amazing that is. And then think of the incredible smells that you can smell through your nostrils. He made the most delicious scones the other day, and the smell that permeated the kitchen was just so wonderful. But the smell of fresh flowers, freshly cut lawn, all the beautiful things that we smell in our day-to-day lives. And then think of the mouth and how we taste, how we actually taste things, and how delicious. I know I'm not stopping on chocolate, but I've really had a good time this week with the Easter eggs. We bought them for Savvy, and guess what? I almost eaten them. But the beautiful taste that food has in our mouths, the deliciousness, even that glass of wine, if we savor it, it's got that delicious taste as it goes down. So really to enjoy the things that we see, we hear, we taste, we smell. And then the biggest sense organ of all is the skin. And how much we miss those hugs as we are in isolation, but how much we can hug and touch our loved ones. Nothing nicer than holding a small child in your lap and just hugging her, or hugging your loved one. That sense of touch, that tangibility, all within us. So guys, feel Annamaya Kosha. And hopefully after today's class, you have a much deeper appreciation. And when there is a pain in your body, do take notice. Don't ignore it. Your body deserves your attention. So allow yourselves now to go deeper and deeper into Shavasana, giving yourself a chance just to feel. Just to feel. You're going to feel much more grounded after today's class. This is because you've been tuning into the physical sheath, the root chakra, your physicality. So the Shavasana is going to feel very grounded, not so airy-fairy as it normally does, but hopefully the Shavasana is going to have a deep sense of appreciation for this Annamaya Kosha, your food sheath, your physical body. And then very slowly, with the awareness of how it all works, wriggle your fingertips, wriggle your toes, smile. You know how many muscles it takes to make a smile, and it's so good for your face. So smile as you awaken. There are 45 muscles in the face. I mean, that's amazing. There, goodness knows how many meters, miles of intestines in your body. So these facts are all accessible to us, and that's so amazing when you actually Google today, just to really take the practice a little bit further. Google about your physical body and all the amazing facts about you. I mean, it's incredible. And then slowly stretch that body. We've just touched on a small portion of it in this time that we've had. Take your knees and give them a wonderful hug. Squeeze them to you. Rock gently from side to side. Roll over onto your right side into a fetal position. And smile at your physical body as you slowly bring yourself to a seated position. And bring your hands into prayer. So thank you, my darlings, and I hope you have a super, super wonderful day and enjoy all the things that your physical body allows you to do. Namaste.
Thank you. Beautiful class, Pat.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, Pat, for a wonderful class, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you.
Bye. Lovely class. Thank you, Pat.